Welcome to this tutorial about the basic principles of AutomationML. In this tutorial, I want to demonstrate you how to set up a local AML library space on your local hard disk for your personal test purposes. To set up a library space, we need nothing than just a folder. There is no database needed, no tool. It's just a folder. I have just added here a folder to my temp folder here, and I call it my library space. You can name it as you want. And within this folder, I have set up a couple of subfolders. This is a recommended setup. You are allowed to make it differently, but this standard setup is useful. Next step is we have to explain the AutomationML editor where this folder is. For this, we go to the menu Extra, Configure AML Library Space, and here we can create configurations for library spaces. What I do now is I add an access profile here. I select Add Space based on the file technology. I give it a name. Here I choose that I want write access. Here I can name it write access just to have it more clear. Then I go to my folder and I copy the path to that folder. I paste it here. Then you have to replace the backspaces with spaces. And then it knows where it is. Then I have to explain it where are the different subfolders, because we have profiles for the library files, for collection files, example files, for the library catalog, class catalog, for the signing data and backup. So I just need to add the profiles I need. And the default values are just connecting to the folders I have just created. I can test the access to a certain folder, maybe the backup folder, by pressing this, and if it's green, the access is well. Here I can repeat that, and if I want to have a check of all the folders, I press this button, and when it's green, I have it done. If there is user passwords and authorization required, you can add it here. In this case, it's my local hard drive. I save it, and then it's done. To access my library space now, I can add a reference from my library space, and I select here my library space, write access, and there is nothing in it, but it's prepared for publication. What do we have achieved? You have a local AML library space on your local hard disk. You can use that for test purposes. You can get used to all the principles that are related to AML library spaces. You can test and learn how to publish libraries, how to develop new versions, branches, or extensions. And all this is the precondition before you go out with public AML library spaces.